All right. Today is going to be a different type of video. So first of all, I don't know if I'm going to call these moto moments, motivational motorcycle moments, or motivational motorcycle Mondays. You let me know what you think, and that's what we're going to do. But today, I'm going to do a POV video, and this is a special one. It's an inspirational video. You know, we're just going to talk about some things that I think we can all resonate with, relate to, and apply to our lives. Now, I've decided to come to a specific area to do this POV because I feel like there is some significant meaning to this POV. Now, this area that I'm in, if you look around, it seems to be a pretty nice area. I used to live in this area, and during that time that I lived in this area, my wife ended up getting cancer. We lost some children, you know, 1 or 2 babies, some miscarriages. We had some miscarriages. What else happened? I lost my job. We went bankrupt. Like, it was crazy, man. And the thing that happened is everything that I looked for, everything I tried to get in life, everything that I asked for, none of it seemed to work out for me. I experienced a lot of racism in this area. Yeah, I wouldn't know that those things still happen, but they do. Yeah, they do. And in this area, I experienced it. I had never experienced that in my life, but during this time of my life, I experienced it multiple times. Maybe I'll talk about that at another time. But the main point of this is I didn't get anything that I was asking for or looking for. And that's what today's video is going to be about. How we can want something or ask for something in life, and we're constantly not getting it, or it seems like we're failing at what we're trying to do in life. And that's what we're going to talk about. So today's video is going to be called Soraya and the Goldfish. And I want to tell you a story about Soraya, my daughter, and the goldfish. And I think you'll be blessed by this story. So let's get it going. Wait till I get around this corner. Okay. All right, so some of you know I got a family and I got some daughters. Now, my youngest daughter, Soraya, we barely do anything together with just me and her. But one morning she woke up and she wanted to do something. And I saw that everybody else in the house was asleep. And you know, I just had a baby, so I tried to keep her quiet. Now, keep in mind, Soraya's only 2. So I tried to keep her quiet and say, hey, you know what? Let's go out. So I told her, stand by the door, get your boots, and just stand there. Don't put them on. Don't make any noise. I need you to stand there. Now, she doesn't usually listen to me, but today she listened on that day, right? So I go back in the room. I look for my shoes, my socks. I look for the stuff that I'm going to need to get ready, hoping that Soraya doesn't start to make noise and that she doesn't put her boots on and start calling me and wake up the other people in the house, my 7-week-old, my wife, and my 4-year-old. I was hoping she wouldn't wake them up. So it took me a while to find my stuff, but sure enough, after I found my stuff, there was Soraya doing exactly as her father had asked her to do, standing at the door with her boots, waiting. So then I come to her, she gets ready to put her boots on. I say, hey, don't put your boots on. We're going to put our boots on outside. Just get your boots, pick them up, and let's go outside. So we step outside the front door. She puts her boots on. I put my stuff on. We get ready to get in the van to leave. Now, at this point, Soraya doesn't know where we're going. She just knows that we're going somewhere. She gets in the van and she sees these goldfish. And she says, Daddy, can I have those goldfish? And I said, no, sweetheart, you cannot have those goldfish. She says, okay. So I strap her in. And after I strap her in, she says, Daddy, can I have the goldfish now? I say, sweetheart, you cannot have those goldfish. Can you please just trust me? She says, yes, Daddy. She calls me Daddy Bear. She says, yes, Daddy Bear. I say, thank you, Baby Bear. So we get in the van and we're driving, and we finally arrive at our destination. Now keep in mind, Soraya doesn't know where we're going. So we get at our destination, I hop out the van, I go to unbuckle her. And she says to me, Daddy, can I have the goldfish now? I say, Soraya, you cannot have the goldfish. I have something better for you. I say, can you just trust me? She says, yes, Daddy Bear. So she gets out the van, and as she's getting ready to leave the van, an apple catches her eye, an apple inside of the van. And she says, Daddy, can I have the apple? I said, Soraya, you cannot have the goldfish. You cannot have the apple. Let's just go. Just follow me. Let's go. So she gets out the van, and we walk into what is Starbucks. And soon as we walk into Starbucks, Soraya sees this reindeer cake pop. If you've never been to Starbucks, they got these little cake pops. They look like lollipops, but they're cake. And she sees this reindeer lollipop, and she says, Daddy, can I have that? And I said to her, Soraya, that is why we are here. I am here to get you that cake pop. And what is the point of all of this? I got her the cake pop. She sits down at the table. She gets ready to eat the cake pop. And I said to her, Soraya, do you want the cake pop or do you want the goldfish? She says, the cake pop. Now, what is the point of this story? Here's the point. The first thing is, if Soraya would not have listened to me, if she would have not followed me, right, then she would have woke up the other people in the home, and the plans that I had for her to be with me and spend quality time with just her dad, she would have not had a chance to experience that because everybody else would have been awake at that time. The second thing is, she's constantly asking for goldfish, but I knew that the goldfish was not what she really wanted. In other words, I knew that Soraya was gonna want the cake pop, and Soraya had something better coming to her before she even knew that it was available to her, or before she even knew that she wanted it. Her father had something better for her. And so what is the point of this story? The point of this story is, if you were to take a look at the Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Now, some people may say it's the universe, manifest. I think about it, and so I get it, right? They'll say it's the universe. I call him God, right? That's who I call him. I call him God. And bringing this back home, a lot of times when I lived in this area and I dealt with the things that I dealt with and I experienced the things that I experienced, I constantly was asking for something different. I constantly was trying to get something different, but God had something better in store for me. God knew what I wanted before I even knew that it was available for me to have. And when he finally gave it to me, I was happier with what God gave me than what I was asking for. I was happier than what I was blessed with as opposed to what I thought I would have been happy with. Let me give you an example about that. When I lived over here, I had this BMW. Now, don't think I'm rich. This was a freaking beat up BMW. It was a BMW that I had to borrow $2,000 from my mother to get. And it was old, man. It was really old. And it blew up. This is right after our cars got repossessed. And it literally blew up. When I say it blew up, I mean like it freaking blew up on the freeway. It literally blew up on the freeway, and I didn't have a car for the longest. And I remember just thinking, man, if I could just get this car, or if I could just get this job so I can get a car, I'm going to be happy. Things are going to be okay. Things are going to work out. But, I'm riding these streets that I used to ride. And deal with so much stress and trouble. And I can remember when I wanting a car. But guess what I'm driving now? I'm driving a Yamaha R7. Now, what do you think I'm happier with? The little beat up car that I was trying to get back and forth to work, or this beautiful, amazing Yamaha R7 60th anniversary World Grand Prix? Well, I think you know the answer because I'm recording this from a bike and not from a car. And so that's what I want to tell you. Regardless of whatever you are dealing with in life, whatever you think you need or you think you may want, there is probably something better in store for you. So I know not everybody watching this channel believes in God, and that's fine, right? But what I am saying is, in these moments that you are dealing with your struggle, don't let despair set in. Don't let despair set in. Like I said, y'all may call him the universe, I call him God. You never know what he has in store for you. And what he has in store for you will most likely be better and greater for you than what you think you want. And that's all I wanted to share, you know, and that is something I learned as I watched this event unfold between a daughter, Soraya, and her father, me. And I realized that is how the world works a lot. You know, we think we want something, we think we need something, and sometimes we actually get what we think we want. You know, it could be a job, right? It could be anything you think you want, you get it, and then you realize you're worse off than you were before because you realize you hate it. You realize you don't like it, or you realize that it's bringing you stress and pain that you didn't anticipate. So, you know, just to recap that real quick, you know, I told Soraya, just be still and listen. Just trust me. Just follow me. Just go with me. I have something better for you. And that's exactly how the world works. That's exactly how God works. You know, and I'll read Proverbs 3-5. You know, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. So that's it, man. That's all I wanted to share with y'all. We keep this super short. Now, for those of you that watch to the end, let me know what you think. Should this be called Motivational Motorcycle Moments? Should it be called Motivational Motorcycle Monday? Should it be Moto Monday, Moto Moments? You know, if you got a nice title, you know, let me know. Let me know. But that's it, man. I want to thank y'all for supporting the channel, and I hope that this, you know, inspired somebody. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Just remember, you know, what you're dealing with is only temporary. And if you want to see more of these, drop a comment. I might just do these, you know. I do a lot more of these. I got a lot more. So let me know. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all. I'm going home now.